One of the things is there's two primary scans that you have done when you have thermography done. So this is not like it's super new. This has been around for 20, 30 years. The problem is there's just not a mainstream idea about what thermography is. There's some people they underestimate the value. Some people overestimate the value of what it can see, what it can't see. Some people get a little confused on the type of imaging. So I'm gonna start with the type of imaging. So what we use is a Spectron camera, okay? And the camera imaging gives us a live image of, so if we're doing breast exam, it gives us a live image of the breast. So we take 9 different images of the breast tissue from different angles and different settings, and then we send those out to be interpreted by a thermologist, somebody that reads these thermograms. He's a medical doctor, he reads these, and it's no different than the process of if you had a CAT scan done, if you had x-rays or an MRI, you're gonna send those things out, they're gonna be interpreted, and you're gonna be brought back. So that's the process we use. When they get brought back to me, then I sit down with the individual, the patient, in person or over the phone, and we go through the report. We give you a copy of the report and we walk through it. The other type of scan is called the wand technique, and what they do is they're going to use different points. They use different points all around your body. So from torso up, they do I think it's 100 different points, and then they have a printed off report that comes to you from that perspective. Okay, so then they just walk you through the report right then. It just gets printed off from a machine. So those are the two different types. The one we believe in the most, the one we chose, is the camera. That's the one that I like. I like seeing those. You can actually see the vascular supplies. You get a live image of what you're looking at. So the gold standard on what we're looking for with a breast exam for breast thermography is we want to see it in the nipples. We want to see that there's no big temperature differentials in between those nipples. If it gets to 1 or 2 degrees temperature differential, there's something kind of kooky happening in there if that's happening. The other thing we're looking for is we're looking to see, is there neovascularity, means new blood vessels. Are there new blood vessels that are forming around the breast tissue somewhere? Because if there's a mass or a tumor or something in there, it's going to have new blood vessel supply to feed it to make it grow. And so that's really one of the gold standards of things that we can see in these exams is we can see, are there new blood vessel formation? And really, my favorite part about these is not the first time you do an exam, it's the second scan we do. So if you had a follow-up scan in a year or 6 months or whatever yours was, it's really that second scan because we get to see, okay, here's where you were, and if we thought something might be a little bit irregular, now we can see, okay, no, that's just normal vascularity. Those blood vessels are still the same, the temperature's still the same, there's been no more new blood vessel formation. So we know that we can rest a little bit easier in that situation compared to, okay, we saw the scan here and it's actually gotten worse. It's gotten, more vascular supply and that kind of thing. So we can identify those things as we go. So when we do full body scans, what we're seeing is we're looking for systemic inflammatory patterns. Okay, so that's what we're looking for that could correlate to different areas of the body. So if you have a bunch of systemic inflammation that we can see around your stomach, we know that your gut or your liver or some type of toxicity issue is happening, some type of GI issue is happening. We know that, if we see it around the shoulders or the legs or all different places through the body. So scenario here is that we have a suspect breast tissue, okay, and then we did a full body, so now we know we also have systemic inflammation throughout the rest of the body, meaning that the body has a virus or is trying to fight something off. That leaves us a little bit more suspicious that something might be going on inside the body that's trying to fight something off, okay? Compared to we have a suspect breast but no inflammation anywhere else, that's a little bit better because now we know that the body doesn't have this systemic inflammatory burden all over it. It's just got some suspect issues in the breast, okay? So this is just a type of scanning that we do for you. You can do this alone. Your health is totally up to you. Your breast health is up to you. You can do it alone. You can do it in conjunction with a mammogram. You can do it mammograms and ultrasounds and breast MRIs and all of those things. But this is just one more way that's non-invasive. There's no radiation. There's no touch. It's just a comfortable environment. That it's another way that you can measure your breast health and just keep an eye on it because it's such a concern for so many women, and we understand that. My wife Tiffany runs the whole thing. She does all your scans. She's amazing, and I know you will love it when you actually come in and you get one of these scans done. And we just want to make it crystal clear what it does and what it doesn't do.